In 2019, there's way too many ways people are talking about in terms of how to make money, how to invest that $100. So today, I kind of want to break it down, make it as simple as possible for any of you that are watching today's video, and 5 real ways you can invest literally just $100 and be able to make a return on that $100 that, to be honest, can just be exponential. So with that said, definitely stick around for the entire video, whether it's the first thing I'm talking about or the last thing. There's no specific order. I know each and every one of you will be able to take at least one of these, go implement it, and make a ton of money just investing $100 with today's tips. So with that said, I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you do, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're not part of the family yet, I'd really appreciate you hit that subscription button down below. And enough of that said, let's get right into it. So the first real way you can invest $100 in 2019, and specifically I made this for a video in 2019 because you'll see here in a second, is investing in courses. And I say that because that is a little bit more of an open-ended answer, but my recommendation is go look at pretty much anything you might have an interest for. To be honest, there's a lot of courses out there that are hundreds of dollars, but let me tell you, there's plenty of them out there that are under $100 or $97, even $40, $50, sometimes even $9, $10. My recommendation is go check out the platform Udemy. They have, I think if you've never bought a course on there, you can get one super cheap. They give you a really good deal. So make your first one a really good purchase or something that you're super interested in. Obviously, I recommend you go take a look at the reviews. Go with the course that has had some real good results from students that have taken it. And obviously, you can kind of inspect the instructors, see if they're credible and stuff like that, because there's way too many fake gurus out there that are doing it. So definitely you do not need to invest like $997, and I know probably most of you don't even have that type of money. But whether it's courses about reselling iPhones, which mine's only like $97, or it's teaching you how to make a podcast or how to invest in the stock market, there's plenty out there. I'd recommend, if you don't really know where to start, check out Udemy like I had mentioned before, because that's probably the best and cheapest place to start, and then you can kind of build off there, see other people in the industry. A lot of people on YouTube that have bigger YouTube channels promote their courses as well. So definitely don't just sit down and pick the first one you see. Do your research, and I guarantee $100 investment in that whatever niche it is can make you a ton of money if you pick the right one. Now the second one is something I talked about in kind of the course section, but investing in the stock market, people feel that you need to have hundreds and thousands of dollars to be able to do that. I know a lot of people are gonna say you really need to know what you're doing to get in the stock market, which I definitely recommend, whether you have a financial advisor or you just kind of replicate what other people are doing in the stock market from a reputable source, whether that's through a course or just watching tons and tons of free videos on YouTube. One guy I know, Ricky Gutierrez, super reputable guy, and pretty much releases videos every single day. You can watch him trade live, but that's just one of many examples of people that are trading in the stock market. He does more of the day trading. You could go more on the end of just like long-term investing. Both have its benefits, both have its downsides, but you really only need $100 to get in the market. You could obviously put in $20. You could be putting in $10,000. It doesn't really matter. All you need to do is kind of, if you want to go that route, literally just invest $100. You could go higher price stocks, you could go lower price stocks. Obviously do your research. I recommend you just don't go for any stock that you just think looks good or just because of the name. I know that never goes well, so definitely do your research on the stock market. There's a lot of money to be made, but there's a lot of money to be lost in that industry as well. But if you really want to start somewhere, I recommend going ahead and checking out Robinhood, especially if you already have somebody that is investing in the stock market using Robinhood. If they give you their referral code, I don't really know if it's still going on, but a lot of the times they do promotions where if you use his code, you both get a free stock. Therefore, you don't even need to invest $100, but obviously maybe put a couple more stocks in that portfolio of that same one, or diversify. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you anyway how to invest in the stock market. I just know in 2019, especially with how the market's going, there's a lot of money to be made, and it could simply start with a $100 investment. The third one that I have for you guys, and this is a little bit less online, is actually going ahead and just hitting garage sales. Whether it's on the weekdays or the weekends, I think most of them will happen on the weekends. Just looking from an average consumer or seller mindset, Most people work 9 to 5s Monday to Friday. So when are they gonna have those garage sales? Literally just go ahead and just check out on the weekends. Either you can use different apps. I'll probably link 1 or 2 up here you guys can check out. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I do have some really good apps that I have used in the past to make money using garage selling. They're on my iPhone, but I'll link them up here above, or I'll just show you what they look like or tell you what they are. But you can either go that route. I'd say either look at Craigslist as well, OfferUp. You can kind of figure out where the garage sales are, or just go ahead and drive around. You know, everybody's seen them. There are garage sales in this neighborhood, A lot of the times you'll just see them on those bandit signs, just thrown up in front of a neighborhood. Go check it out. Really, you could get things for dirt cheap. You probably can buy honestly like 20-30 items off of $100 investment depending on what you're buying, but you could get things dirt cheap and just go ahead and resell them on either eBay, or you could just resell locally again on Craigslist, OfferUp, LetGo. There's a lot of money to be made garage selling, so I definitely recommend you guys to go check it out. The one guy I'd recommend probably checking out that literally is a multi-millionaire, but he still does garage sales, so it gives you a little bit of entertainment, is Gary Vaynerchuk. He loves to talk about if you literally just need an extra way to make money, go invest $100 in garage selling. He has a ton of great videos, teaches you exactly how to do it, and just go ahead, replicate the process, and I guarantee you're gonna make a ton of money doing it, especially if you start to do it every single weekend. The fourth one is something I have to give in this video, a little bit more personal to me, but that's just buying and selling, or in a sense just reselling iPhones. For those of you obviously pertaining to this video, I said $100 investing in 2019. Well, go ahead and buy some of those older generation iPhones, whether it's an iPhone 5, iPhone 6, even sometimes an iPhone 7. There are a couple things you need to make sure before going ahead and buying those kind of iPhones, whether it's the carrier, making sure there's no iCloud on it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out some of the videos on my channel. Pretty much my channel for the past year has literally solely been about the topic, so you can learn everything you need to know 100% free. You don't even need to go ahead and invest $100 into my course. But obviously if you do, you can obviously accelerate the process, but that's not what this is about. There's a ton of free videos on my channel. You could literally go do it. I watched one YouTube video about 1.5 years ago when I first flipped my first phone, and I literally put up an ad, got a phone within 15 minutes of putting that ad up on Craigslist. Bam, made like $120. So a ton of money to be made on that. That's a very niche thing to do in terms of like buying and reselling, but I guarantee I've been able to help thousands of people make an extra couple $100, couple $1,000 a month. So if you want to check it out, go check out my channel. It's a great way to invest $100. And the last one, this is something I have experience in as well, is actually starting a clothing brand. People feel like you need to go get a plane ticket to China and go pick out prints and find a supplier. You really don't need to do that in this day and age. A lot of the process can be streamlined if you don't really care about certain types of clothes. If you want to create more of a brand thing, that's what I ended up doing. I created an entrepreneurial brand around clothing. It's basically just wearing something that you feel that can represent your entrepreneurial journey. So mine was called Find the Hustle. I literally, all I did was create a Shopify website which cost $30 a month, and if you get a couple sales easily in that first month, you can just get that from friends and family. Just go ahead and you pay your money back that way. And then I'd say the other investment that you need is going ahead and maybe buying a couple samples here and there. Obviously you want to be wearing your own clothing, right? Because if you're not wearing it, then why are you the CEO of that company? So starting a clothing line, even though it's super like competitive, it's really easy, to be honest. All you really need to do is invest that, I'd say like 50 bucks out of that 100 that you may have. Obviously you can spend more or less depending on how many samples you want. But just order a couple samples, start a Shopify website. You could create one totally free. There's probably hundreds of YouTube videos out there to create that clothing brand, and just kind of revolve it around some sort of ideology. I just kind of created a brand ambassador program where I literally was on my iPhone 24/7 for a couple months, just reaching out to individuals that I under certain hashtags in the entrepreneur space, and just said, hey, do you want to rock my clothing? A lot of the times you can go ahead and send to more iconic figures if that's how you want to do your marketing, or you could go ahead and just do what I did and create that like brand ambassador program. People buy your clothes and then shoot it out to whatever their friends, family, they'll promote it however they want, and it's free marketing. And then you could just, it's kind of like a tree system. It just kind of gets bigger and bigger, and you can 100% just make sales from that. So that's a pretty cool way you can invest invest $100. A lot of the times in that kind of space, you wouldn't even need to use your entire $100, so you could use multiple of these strategies. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today in this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I really think these are probably, in my opinion, obviously there's thousands and thousands of ways you can invest $100 out there, but for me, those are off the top of my head the 5 most realistic ways you can go ahead, literally start tomorrow and invest that $100 in any of those ways. I'd recommend at least try one of them. There's no reason $100 should just be sitting in your bank account collecting dust, making 2 cents every single year, when you could go invest it either into yourself, some sort of equipment, or any of the ways I talked about in today's video. So if you did enjoy it, I'd recommend giving the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. And if you're not part of the family yet, hit that subscription button down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.